Hey there guys, and welcome back to Beyond Soul. There's been a new update. Today is September 15th, however the new update was yesterday. I do apologise, I was out with friends. And it's an update that a lot of people have been asking for a while. It's something that I want to say has been teased. It is something that the tab exists for it. We've been able to access where this content would be since the game was put into early access. We've just never had access to the content. Passive ship upgrades, or they're called ship systems in the game itself, in the loadout screen for the game. Oh, I'm so happy for this update. The main reason I'm so happy for this update is because they've got a ship system, which is your hyperspace drive. You can decrease how long it takes to get from one point to the other. It's so nice not having to wait 50 seconds to get across from one end of the solar system to the other. Moving on. Other patch notes: reduced energy cost for launching salvage drones to 3. I think the reason they did this is because it's now possible to get more than 3 salvage drones. So if you have the Tamarind fighter, you could have 3 salvage drones. The ship comes with 3 salvage drones. There's a passive system that can give you more, and I think that's why if the salvage drones cost more than this, it becomes quite difficult to launch them all at once. In fact, I think it would become damn near impossible. Increase the income generated from commercial centres. I actually have some math for you about this. So I did a live stream a couple of days before this patch, and in it I mentioned that someone asked about commercial centres, and I mentioned that I found they weren't worth the cost in resources. I found that level 1 and 2 they didn't give you much in return for how much you had to spend to build them and upgrade them. However, level 3 and 4 basically doubled how much you earned. Before this update, in total, if you had a level 4 upgraded commercial centre, you earned 860 credits per minute from it. Now, after this update, you now earn 1200 credits per minute from it. That is an increase of 340 credits per minute, which is amazing. I'm so glad they did that, because it means it's a lot more worth doing as well. Also fixed a bug that caused the No Cities to Hate You diplomatic victory goal to not complete during multiplayer, and fixed a UI issue where the station interaction and victory menus overlapped. Let's get into the game. Hey there guys. Something might be a little different. I can't remember if I've already done a video on the fact that I've got a new city now, I've got a new system. The main reason being, of course, the old system was completed. La Liberté got the victory for it. I could have kept the system and continued playing it. I do kind of regret deleting it for the pure fact of I could have used the resources and the money I had within that system to look at the new patch notes. But let's be honest, it's a hell of a lot more fun if we just continue with a new map, a new system, new goals. I'm also a lot closer to the victory in this one, which is interesting. Moving on. Loadout. Systems. We now have systems in the game. This is what the new update has added, and I'm so happy they exist. So I'm going to go through each one, tell you what they do and what my thoughts are about it. Then I'm going to go through the ones I've equipped and as to why. First upgrade, salvage module. You get +1 salvage drones and +50 inventory capacity. Not really much to say about it. It's brilliant for most ships, just for the extra salvage drone. Obviously the Tamarind fighter doesn't benefit so much from it because it has a huge inventory capacity and the extra drone anyways. However, you can give the Tamarind fighter you can give the Tamarind fighter an extra drone, so it has 4 drones. I'm not going to lie, I don't really understand why you would ever need that many drones, but you can also do it. I also believe that if you upgrade this, then the drones goes up. However, I'm not completely sure. I also don't know how much you can upgrade each and every system. That would be nice to know. Moving on. Uranium hull plating. Hull strength plus 50, again, not much to say. Very good on a lot of ships. Very, very good. The only ship that this isn't particularly good on is the Gladiator, and even then it's still really good. Why would you ever pass up pouring more health onto your ship? On a side note here, I just want to mention something that you need to kind of have the mindset with systems is they are an alternative to upgrading your ship. So you can go to ships, and I could go to here and I could upgrade this, which gives me that extra hull, the extra shields, the extra inventory. But this gives me extra inventory anyways, and it doesn't cost as much as upgrading. So I'd rather have the salvage module than I would upgrading the ship. And that's kind of where you want to go with the hull plating. Is it worth upgrading your ship, or is it just better to have the hull plating and upgrade the hull plating for now? And then perhaps upgrade your ship later on. Enhanced shield generator. Shield strength plus 35, regeneration delay minus 10. I feel like the shield regeneration delay is... it's a bit low. And the reason I say that is because most ships have quite... I don't know. Like, I've got to pilot them to see them, apparently. Oh, regen is 15, look. Regen is 12. Regen is 20. No, my regen's not 20, my regen 10. Okay, never mind. Yeah, energy regen. Oh, shield regen and energy regen, two different things. Okay, so it doesn't show me my shield regen, does it? Nope, okay. Yeah, I've got to pilot them then. Sorry. Ignore that. Yeah, the regeneration delay on shields I find is a bit low, purely for the fact of, on this ship, it gives you 1 second off. 10% of 10 is 1, so it gives you 1 second off, so you 9. If you can wait 9 seconds between shields recharging, you can wait 10. And a lot of the ships are the same, you only get about a second off. It's very good, obviously, if you have a ship with high shield regeneration, but they're all pretty low to begin with. The extra shield strength is nice. But again, I feel like this upgrade's a little bit unnecessary. I feel like the uranium hull plating is much better in terms of not upgrading your ship, getting this instead, whereas the shield generator is more just upgrade your ship. Because upgrading your ship gives you the benefits anyways. And the regeneration delay is just... Trionic engine. Plus 20% speed, plus 20% maneuverability. I love this upgrade. This upgrade is amazing. You don't realize how good 20% maneuverability is until you use it. It is amazing. It's just... It's so good. Honestly, it is so good. It's really nice for, like, this ship, the Gladiator, and the Tamarine Fighter, because they're really slow ships to begin with. Put it on a fast ship, however, and it's just... You fly through things. It's amazing. I love this. I have no issue with this system existing whatsoever. The maneuverability is perfect, plus 20%, and the speed is, again, perfect, plus 20%. Quantum NLS drive. I have begged for this for so long. NLS is your hyperspace drive. It's just what you use to jump within your solar system. It starts at upgrade 1 with plus 25% speed. I've upgraded to plus 31%, and if I upgrade it again, it goes up plus 6, so it goes up to plus 37%. It makes it so much easier, and so much just... I want to say less grindy, but there's not much grind to this game anyways. It's just a lot less waiting time. Obviously, when you jump to, like, anything, any event, or if you're just traveling across the system, it doesn't take you 50 seconds to get there. It takes you far, far less. I'm really glad that this is now in the game. I knew they were going to do it anyways, but it's just so nice to have. Nano repair module. Hull repair, plus 1 a second. Self-explanatory. It's a passive system. It will heal your ship for 1 HP a second. I'm guessing if you upgrade it, it gets higher. No quarrels with this. Level 1 upgrade's a bit... Obviously, it's 1 a second. You'd be surprised how long, say, 200 seconds is. So, is it just worth coming back to your city and repairing? Probably. In the upgrade levels, however much it upgrades for, so say it upgrades +2, in fact we could check now, it goes 0.25. So, I feel like the 1's a bit stingy. I think if you could make it start off with 2 to begin with, yeah, it's a decent upgrade. It's not bad, and it's not amazing, but it's definitely on par. Weapon power array. So weapon cooldowns is -10%. No quarrels there. I kind of have the same argument of it just lowers a lot of the cooldowns by like a second or even less than a second. But the weapon cooldowns are short enough in this game to begin with. I have no issue with -10% extra. It's just like an added bonus onto the power array, because the real reason you would get this upgrade is for the energy recharge rate. On the Gladiator, not so much useful. On other ships, such as the Falcon, I do find that on the Falcon I run out of energy quite quickly, and an extra 10% recharge rate would be really, really nice. And if you upgrade it, the recharge rate goes up. It's a really nice upgrade to have. Again, it kind of depends what ship you're using or what playstyle you're using. I myself don't find I use a lot of energy in the Gladiator, so I don't need this upgrade. Fleet Command Module. Yes! I'm so glad this exists as well, purely for the fact of I still don't believe hangars give you enough fleet command. They give you a lot more now, and I do think that the hangars are on par. This upgrade being in the game now actually means that the military victory is a lot easier to get, and it's a lot more fun to get. Before, you had to build 100 hangars before you even had a fleet that was even worth going to war with someone over. Like, if you went to war with a big city, chances are their fleet would be twice the size of yours no matter what you did, and you wouldn't be able to beat them. Or they'd have better upgraded ships, or for some reason your ship's AI would just bug out and kill themselves. This just makes it easier early game to get a high fleet and to start attacking people and keep other people's fleets low. So glad for the fleet command modules in the game. I wasn't actually expecting a system like this, so I'm actually happy it exists. I really am. Point defense module. This is such a good thing. It is so good. I can't even think. I can't actually remember how much it was originally. How much the cooldown was originally. Obviously, I've upgraded it to level 2, so it's a little bit lower. But it's a point defense module. What is there to say? All it does is shoot down projectiles. It shoots down missiles, and it shoots down plasma torpedoes. It's what the Charb Disc does. Basically, it's just a really good defensive item. Why you wouldn't have it, I don't really understand. I feel like it is something that should be on every single ship, just for the survivability's sake. I guess if you're building a ship for a different purpose, but even then, it's like, when you're dealing with pirates or something, it's just nice not to take that extra bit of damage. Moving on. Why have I chosen the systems I've chosen? So, I'm going to start with the easy one here. The NLS drive. I've already mentioned, it gets me across the system faster. A lot faster. The change was extremely noticeable with the first upgrade. Not so noticeable with the second upgrade. The first upgrade, I think, changed like a 50-second timer to like 40 seconds or so. This one put it down to about 38. The upgrade, I mean. So, the upgrades don't really add a lot to it, but it is noticeable, and it's very nice to have. It's very nice to be able to zip around the system without any kind of worries, honestly. You're going to get somewhere, you're going to get there quickly. Point defense module, again, quite easy to explain. I've already explained it. Why you wouldn't have this on any ship, I don't really understand. It's an added layer of defense. It stops you taking damage every so often. Things like strikers. Strikers shoot, I think they shoot a missile or plasma torpedo every now and again, and they mostly focus on lasers. So this defense module can stop that plasma torpedo hitting you, and then you don't really have to worry about the lasers, because They don't do much damage to begin with. Then you've got the enhanced shield generator. The reason I've got this is, again, more survivability. It's just very much the fact of I wanted more shields, and there's no other upgrades that particularly interested me. The fleet command really does, and I might end up swapping my shield generator for the fleet command later on in the game. But for right now, at the state the map is in, we're quite early on, and the shield generator does the job I need it to do. Later on in the game, I probably will change it because the gladiator has enough shields, and an upgraded gladiator will do even better. Then you have the salvage module. Honestly, the main reason I have this is for the inventory capacity. On the gladiator, you have an extremely low inventory. You have 120. It's 170 with the salvage module. And I kept finding myself filling the 120 up insanely quickly. So I decided, well, it gives me extra inventory, I'm going to put it in anyways. What other upgrades would I put on this, if I could? I don't really know. The Trionic engine is really, really nice. I've already played around with that. It's really, 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 really nice to have. The weapon array, not so much. Again, it's nice for the energy recharge rate, but if you're in a ship like the Gladiator, or you don't find you use that much energy, then I don't really see a point in buying it. Some ships, yes. Other ships, not so much. So it's really between the Trionic engine and the fleet command module. The fleet command module is really, really nice to have, especially in the early game. As I said, you can keep the opponent's fleets low, having a larger fleet than them. And the Trionic engine, the Gladiator moves so slow to begin with. The speed and maneuverability you get from that is insane. And that's about it. It's kind of an odd video, the fact I haven't flown around before. I usually fly around my videos to show off some of the new update. But the issue is, within this update, a lot of it is passive, and I can't honestly show a lot of it. For instance, the Quantum LNLS drive, without proof of... I don't have a marker to say, when I went to this point it was 30 seconds, now when I go to that same point, it's 20 seconds. I don't have that marker. Point defense drone I could show you, but you don't honestly see it all that often, you just see the missiles disappear. Which obviously is it working, but it's very difficult, you have to pay extreme attention to it. The shields are the same, it's higher shield strength. There's your proof. And then salvage module, I have 3 drones. Again, there's your proof. There's not really much I can say other than that. Other than that, I can show you the commercial centers now. So, I might as well show you that, because that's something I'm very happy about. So the original default one gives you 225 income per minute. Do I have a level 1, or did I upgrade it? No, I upgraded it, right. So you have to take my word for this. When you upgrade it to level 2, it gives you an extra 170. When you upgrade it to level 3, it gives you an extra 295. And when you upgrade it to level 4, it gives you an extra 510. In total, if you have a level 4... I don't actually have a level 4. Can I make a level 4? Yes. If you have a level 4, such as this one... I shouldn't have done that because now my power's down to -9. If you have a level 4, this building now makes me 1,200 credits per minute. Oh, so nice to have. It honestly is. Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I do apologise for the fact I couldn't really show you how the systems work, just based on how the systems do actually work. Other than that, I've been Phoenix Cypher. I've been your host. Thank you for watching. Leave a like rating if you liked the video, leave a dislike rating if you didn't like the video, and subscribe if you're new and you want to see more. Adios, mis amigos.